Good morning, y'all. So today is Tuesday morning. We are on our way out the door to head to school and work. It is about, what time is it? Wait for my assistant to tell me what time. It is 6:09 a.m. and we are headed out. Yesterday I didn't make it to work. For whatever reason, my battery was tripping, so I guess I need a new battery now. Or I don't know if it was too cold, or I don't know if the vibes just wasn't right. But yesterday morning started off really rocky, so we didn't make it yesterday. But today's a new day and we are headed out the door, and I will check in with y'all throughout the day. Oh, it feels so good outside. All right, y'all, so I'm in the car waiting for my daughter. We gotta have a talk. We really have to have a talk because I'm realizing that I need to stand in my truth. And I know a lot of you guys don't know me, but the whole point of me even being on here is so that you can get to know me for various reasons. Some reasons I maybe not even have gone into detail to explain, but I just feel like I haven't been standing in my truth. Although, like, to me, standing in my truth is just being completely open, honest, and real with you guys about what's going on with me. Because I use YouTube as a way for me to better understand myself, better know myself, as well as to document pretty much my journey into becoming a better woman. And in becoming a better woman, you have to make notes of who you are currently, you know, be observant of things that are going on around me. And right now, with me being 35, I feel like in my 20s things were a little bit easier, and now things are harder. And I know it may be hard for a lot of people, but not everybody has a YouTube channel and is willing to talk about it or express what they go through on a day-to-day, or just being comfortable with how serious you have become when it comes to your life or your kids and raising them and location of where you live and all of that good stuff. So I want to come back and talk to y'all about what's been going on with me. So that's what I will do. So I'll come back and talk to you guys about that when I get a chance. I'm about to drive now, and y'all know got this good old handy dandy driving app, and I have precious cargo in the car. So we do have to be safe, but I will come back on and talk with y'all about that in a minute. All right, y'all, so I am back. Hopefully my eyes ain't all puffy and stuff. I got emotional talking to my daughter before I dropped her off and stuff. I was just opening up to her and just being honest with her and letting her know what I be going through or whatever. I don't know if you guys were ever just open and honest with your children about what you go through emotionally or as a mother. Well, mainly for my single moms, you know, our kids be all up in our face. Especially if you got, you know, maybe 1 or 2 kids, or maybe your oldest daughter, or if you have an only child, they be locked in with you. So it's only right that I let her know what I be going through. And it kind of made me emotional because sometimes when you're talking to your daughter, you see your younger self, and then you feel like she's looking at you like you're the future for her. And just talking to her and just opening up about what I go through emotionally, I be feeling like a little loser. You be feeling like a loser because you want to look like Superwoman in your children's eyes, and that ain't what it is right now. I don't feel like no Superwoman right now. I mean, I be making it happen as if I am that Superwoman, but I be feeling like, I don't even know what to call it, but I be feeling like scum on the earth sometimes. But yeah, so pretty much standing in my truth. I have to be real with myself. You know, a couple of months ago, I told you guys I was unhappy with my job and where I was at. It had a lot to do with the campus, you know, the principal, things of that nature. And I went through, you know, deciding if I would just leave the school district as a whole and think about doing something new. But strategically, it just didn't make sense. You know, my daughter is a junior. I just would not want to uproot her and take her to a completely different area or a different school from what she knows or what she is used to. And so after having different interviews at different places, knowing I wasn't ready to just switch careers, I thought I would try anyways, you know, desperate times, because I was like, I got to get up out of here. And that didn't really work out. I just did a lot of interviewing, and I know my resume may say one thing, and just trying to jump over to something different, it was a lot. So here we are. Summer has passed, and I am, let me see, August, September, October, November, December. I am 5 months into my other job. I still do the same thing. All I did was just pretty much moved campuses. I'm actually only 2 miles up the road or something like that. So I'm doing the same job. All I did was switch campuses, and a few people that I worked with at the other campus did transfer to this campus. Love the boss, love the people, love the kids. It's just a little different. And what I'm realizing is, okay, 5 months in, you gave yourself a chance to leave the place thinking that, okay, maybe I no longer want to be within the district, or maybe I no longer want to work with kids. So you leave the place, you got the new job. That happiness was great. It's still there. I don't have it's some issues, but everybody got issues, right? But I'm realizing, okay, so you still have some of the same feelings. So you still don't be wanting to wake up in the morning. So you still be okay with taking off for work. You not batting an eye. I mean, we do get days, but I'm the type of person, I'ma use them hoes, because I ain't got no money to go on nobody vacation. So it's like, I'ma use them. You know, if you don't use them, you gonna lose them. And so nah, we ain't doing all that. So I use them hoes. Whenever I feel like it, wake up, headache, up, ain't going to work. Wake up, not feeling right, ain't going to work. You know, leave early when I want to. But my work is done. You know, no one has ever questioned my work. My work ethic, it's solid, it's there. That's why I do that. I feel like one monkey don't stop no show. Y'all not missing a beat if I'm not here. And on top of that, if I go home, I'ma still work from the house. So it's not like I'ma just go home and be like, bump y'all. Nah, it ain't none of that. It's just sometimes I just don't feel the need to be there every damn day. So I'm also battling with this new wave of working from home. I've never been able to, except for during COVID, a very brief moment. But other than that, I've always had to go to work. So, but now I'm starting to feel like I get done with my work and I meet all my deadlines. Like, why do we have to come 5 days? I went through all of that too. I was really ready when I was podcasting. I even talked about the 4-day work week. I talked about that before, and it's like, that ain't happening in my school district. But anywho, I said all that to say that I also realized maybe it's me. Maybe it is me, because I've moved buildings. The kids gonna stay the same. The women and teachers and the people gonna stay the same. The parents gonna stay the same. And I say, I love helping out parents. I love to give them resources when it comes to their kids and school. But I realize I still don't be wanting to get up in the morning. And sometimes just driving to work makes me want to cry. I only thought that happened if you really hated your job. I don't hate my job. It's different. We haven't quite meshed together in some departments, but that takes time. Anytime a new building has been opened and you bring different people from all walks of life, it takes time for you to become a family, you know? So we got that going on. But I have to stand in my truth and be real. It's me. And I am in the phase where I am fighting with, is that a negative or a positive that it's me that's the issue? Because again, my job honestly no longer serves me financially. All of my bills have gone up, but my pay has stayed the same. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if that has happened to any of y'all out there, but watching some of y'all vlogs, I feel like I'm the only one. Like, dang, y'all be shopping and shit. I'm over here trying to make ends meet. But my job no longer serves me financially. However, my job serves me because I work with parents and enrolling students. And I am passionate about helping these parents. There's a very huge need for parents when it comes to advocating for their children and keeping them in school. Because I don't know about y'all and where y'all live, but around these parts, some of these people act like school, even elementary, middle, high school age, some of these people act like school is a thing of the past. Like, it's really not needed. Sorry, hold on, let me park. Some of these parents act like school is not needed in order for their children to be successful. And children are not going to be successful if they're not coming. But that's enough about that. So, back to circling around, maybe it's me. I say it's me because I move buildings. I've switched bosses. The job is the same. I'm the same. I actually enjoy the job. I don't like the pay. I finish my work a little fast and I'll be ready to go. And knowing that I finished my work, I'm not about to go ask for no other work. I'm not about to go help nobody. I'm not doing that shit. I already did that a couple of years. Them days are over. It's just that once I'm done with what I'm doing, I want to move around. I want to move on because there's other things that I need to do in regards to me getting out of my situation. And my problem, I guess, is using my time wisely at home, knowing exactly what I need to do in regards to getting out of my situation. The last time I needed to get out of a situation was when I was going through a divorce, and that was tough. But the goal was to get out of that marriage. There was one goal, and I guess for me, I tell myself I need to get out of the school district, but it's like I'm not confident in where I am to go after that, you know? So it's hard for me to really put all of my eggs in one basket and just be like, nah, I'm leaving about this bitch. Nah, it's hard for me. I've always worked around kids. I don't have a safety net. You know, my dad has passed away. My mom lives out of state. So it's like, whatever I pick, I need that mug to stick. You feel me? I need it to stick because leaving the school district is tough for me. I've been here for 10 years. How many people you know have actually been in their company at a young age consistently for 10 years? But I did that because at one point in my life, that was a goal of mine. When my daughter was in the womb, I knew I loved kids. I knew I wanted to be that mom that worked at the daycare, or that mom that worked at the school that my daughter attended. When I was a stay-at-home mom back then, when I was an army wife, like, that's all I could think about, was just when she got of age to actually go to school, I wanted to be right down the hall. And when I moved back to Texas, I did that. When I left her dad, I had to start working. I became a single working mother. And we started out at daycares, and she was there. As she got older, I moved up. As I moved up, she moved. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, once she became of school age, it was definitely a goal of mine to work within the school district, because also at that time, it was a goal of mine to become a teacher. But I'm not gonna lie, once I got to the school district and I really got in them classrooms and I saw what was going on working as a teacher aide for like about 5 years, I was completely turned off with becoming a teacher, because I just realized from what my thoughts of becoming a teacher was, it wasn't aligning with what the district expectation was. It wasn't aligning with, you know, the Texas Education Agency standards. And I'm one of those type of teachers. I'm very creative. I want to do things to help my kids learn. I want to be able to give differentiated instruction, and that's something you can do. But I also realize that these teachers have so much pressure on them from higher up in regards to grades and scores, when it's so hard, because you're dealing with so many children who come from different walks of life, and their parents do not view education the same. So it's hard to really hunker down and make sure your scores are great all across the board, and whatever the lesson plans. And then I realized some of these places, these teachers don't even make their own lessons plans. These lesson plans are made from somewhere else, coming from Austin, Texas. They get mailed and delivered, and yeah, woo, 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 boom, bam. I mean, I'm sure they can switch it around and stuff, but I just was taken aback by that. And I no longer wanted to teach, you know. I just was like, nah, I don't like that higher up situation. And, you know, but that's another thing I have to work on. You know, I can't, every time you don't like something, be like, nah, that's not what I'm gonna do. But I'm grown, but, you know, we figuring it out. So fast forward, I no longer wanted to teach. Not only that, I don't have a degree. I do not have a degree. I got married straight out of high school, and I haven't gone back to get a degree. So I can't really talk too much about parents who don't care about education. I'm not saying that I don't care about education. At that moment, I may regret saying this, but there has been times I feel like school just wasn't for me, says the lady who is in a school building every damn day of her life. I've been saying the pledge since I was little. I still say the pledge of a fucking allegiance every day. But I didn't go back to school. I go to school for classes that pertain to my jobs, for different certifications and things like that. So that's what I did. And at the time, what happened? Yeah, I was going to school for different certifications because I also wanted to be a daycare owner. So boop, boop, wanted to do all of that. But now times have changed, you know. I still feel like there's a lot of money in working with children, but just having a home daycare seems so small to me. You know, I have been a manager over campuses with children that are like 800 to 1,000 plus. So just even being in a small home daycare, it seems like it just does not fit my life right now. You know, I would need something a little more fast paced, because your girl got a couple of different talents on her, and I want to be able to utilize my skills in multiple ways. I want to be able to help in the biggest way, but also be paid and not have to worry about, you know, bills and emergencies and things like that. And I'm just still trying to figure that out. So I'm continuing to go to work. You know, I've been a worker for a minute. I'm continuing to go to work. And it's just now, as time have come on, I realized, like, I'm finishing my work fast. I deal with records, data management, you know, our system within the school district. And I want to be able to do something similar to the same thing that I am doing, dealing with records and stuff like that. I've even thought about medical assisting, you know, the ones who deal with medical records, because I swear it's the exact same job. And some of them get paid a little more. So I'm just really at a place where it's very, very difficult for me at the age of 35 to switch careers and find something that I am going to be satisfied with, to find something that makes me happy. And it's becoming harder than what I thought, because things are not getting easier. If you are a single mother, or if you are a single father, or if you're just a dad and you're the only provider, and you know things is getting a little tight, it's getting tough out here, and I don't see it getting any better. So where I'm at, you know, I need to make a complete career change, and I don't know what to do. Again, I've always liked kids, but it's been even hard realizing that I'm kind of like FTK. FTK. If you know what FTK mean, let me know down below in the comments. Don't put out the whole word. Just if you know what FTK means, let me know down below. Put it in the comments. But that's even been hard to accepting that I'm okay with leaving kids behind. My daughter is older. She'll be a senior next year. So that also means I have to move and plan strategically, because I don't want to uproot her during her senior year. So whatever situation that I am in, I feel like I'm always reminded to don't fly off the handle yet. Don't move sudden yet, because you have to consider that daughter that you have. You have to consider what it would be like for a teenager to be uprooted their senior or junior year. And that weighs heavy on my mind. It weighs heavy on my back, because it's like, for whatever reason, no matter how much I tell myself, baby, you gotta thug it out for one more year at least, there's some days that I forget, and I'm like, no, I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of this. And what's really pressuring me is rent. Rent is hard. Like them days be coming by real fast, and to pay rent by yourself and all of your bills by yourself, yes, that's your responsibility. However, again, like I said, when all of that shit goes up and your money stayed the same, oh, they trying to hit your girl where it hurt at, for real. And it's been definitely hurting my pride. It's been hurting my ego. But just like I tell my daughter, God got us. But it's hard. I don't feel like women should have to go through this. I don't think the feminists who feel like we should all have equal rights thought about this, because I'm not made to be the only provider. I'm not made to have my emotions as well as take on the emotions of what comes with being a provider. These men that are providing for families and for homes, they go through things that some women and some kids may not even know. And I can tell you right now this morning that I can attest, it's hard being the one and only provider. To my single mothers, you know what it's like. Even to my married couples, and the woman may be making more money and maybe her man ain't making enough. you know what it's like, but you still may have that partner. I was about to say that you could depend on, but sometimes you can't depend on your partner. But I still feel like it's a difference, because in that relationship, if you got a nigga sleeping up under you every night, you shouldn't be in your masculine energy. You shouldn't. But I am in a situation where the emotions that I feel when I'm going through it, they got to get chin checked at the door, because I got to be a provider. These bill collectors don't give a fuck how I feel and what I'm going through. So that is why I'm saying it's hard, it's tough. I have to stand in my truth. No matter, it's like I'm at odds with myself. And all I want to do is just go to work, help people, and have enough money. That's all. I guess maybe it's a lot. I didn't think it was, but it seems to be a lot. So I don't know. I just don't think women are not made to really be out here like a nigga. Excuse me, I shouldn't say that. Maybe let me take that back. Women should really not be out here acting as men, being the only providers. My emotions be shaky when it comes to this, because soon as a bill collector call me, some people don't answer them, some people block them. I get stressed, my neck start hurting, and I be wanting to cry, because I be like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired, because it's not like I'm a bum. I got a job. It's just, hey, they want all or none. And I'm tired of fighting with these people, letting them know, you gonna get your money, you gotta wait a little bit. I commend any fellas out there who are family men, husbands, providers, who are holding it down. Your wife has no idea what you go through. Your kids have no idea, because you make sure they have what they need. And even me trying to be that person, make sure my daughter has what she needs, which she has whatever it is that she needs. And shoot, she gonna figure it out. She gonna get it regardless. But it's hard. Sorry, my camera cut off. And then waking up knowing that you have to go back to provide when your emotions have beat you down because you was crying or trying to figure it out, or embarrassed to ask the next person, because everybody or most people you know have a partner, or either their man is the provider, or let me just say it might be people older than you, or other women that have already moved in with their parents. They already threw in the towel. They was like, hell no, this shit too hard. They moving in with family. I don't have that. So I can't give up. I have to stay where I am until I figure this shit out. And I feel like it chips away, it eats at me, and it really messes with my emotions, because I feel like the soft woman in me is crying for help. But the provider in me is like pushing it back. We don't have time for your emotions right now, because we got to figure this out. And I feel like that right there is what really puts me in a slump, because I believe in being aware of self. I believe in being accountable, taking accountability of the things that are going on around you. And when you are at odds with yourself and you are stuck, or you have to wait, it could be hard. But I'll say this before I get off this camera, because I do have to go to work. I've just been sitting out here a minute because it ain't time for me to go yet. But I will say this to any other women who are going through what I go through. Talk about it, express it, because I think people think about single moms to a certain extent, you know? And I feel like a lot of times people praise single fathers when it comes to them taking care of their kids. People praise single mothers as well, but there's also another side to being a single mother. and we kind of get disowned a little bit, you know. And it's tough. But as I was saying to any other moms out there, we just have to continue to keep our head up. I didn't want this to be a sad vlog or anything like that. I just wanted to come and stand in my truth and really be real with myself about what I was going through, because I might go in this building, a little kid may come and hug me, and I forget everything, all of what I was feeling. But it's important for me to talk about these things when I'm feeling them, because the stronger woman within me is always trying to slap any issues away, because I feel like I battle with so much in my mind as is that I don't want it to seep out. I don't want the tears to fall. I don't want to have to ask for help. But damn it, sometimes you do, and it's tough. So again, anybody out there, just do not give up. And I gotta make sure I don't give up too soon, because recently I have saw at times, even going to the mall the other day, we was about to give up and go back home. And my friend looked at me, he said, "You don't give up too soon." And right when he said that, we turned and some people was walking to their car, and we went and parked right there in that space. After driving the parking lot for about a good 25 minutes, we kept riding and we kept going. And sure enough, we saw those people coming out right on time, and we were able to get what it was that we needed. So I just have to remind myself that, and just like I'm giving you guys advice, I may need to come back and hear my own advice, because I'm also a life coach. And with me being a life coach, I'm going through things myself to where I don't even feel right to even help other women in the capacity that I can with my life coaching certification, because it makes me feel like I have imposter syndrome. Like, who is she to where she can help me if she going through shit that I'm going through? That's how I be feeling. But I know that the strength, the encouragement, and the love that I have can help somebody else. It can even help you ladies out there to be more mindful of other women or people around you. And that is my goal here. I don't want to just come on and just start talking at the camera like I'm some life coach guru that's always had it together, because honey, no, that's not what it is. But I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna stand in my truth and tell y'all what I go through and how I handle it. And if there are any other ladies out there who may need a shoulder to cry on, somebody to vent to, been there, done that. I am your girl, because it's not easy feuding with your inner girl and then the big woman that you is nowadays. It's not easy, but we gonna get through it. And again, like I said, I'm about to go in here in this building. I have some other things that I want to talk about. I do want to talk about this whole T.I. and his son thing, this whole disrespect of the youth nowadays. So I'll come back and talk to y'all about that. I hope y'all have a great day. Can I get the 2-piece battered dip fish, the spicy?
2-piece battered fish. Battered fish spicy?
Yes, please.
What size do you want?
I would like fries and green beans.
Green beans? Anything else?
That's it.
The total will be at the window.
Thank you. Why he sound like that? Like he eating some. He eating some of the food. Hi.
Fish spicy with fries and green beans?
Yeah. Yes. $2.49. I swear people ain't got no kind of personality. I asked for a drink and how much it was. And I was like, oh, this nigga gonna say, do you want it or not? If you gonna give it to me for free, yeah, I want it. If not, shit. Read the room. I want a drink, but I don't want to pay for it. I got my food. I just got some Captain D's, and I'm just gonna eat in my office because I mean it's beautiful outside, but I got a lot of stuff that I need to do, so I'm gonna just multitask, eat in my office, and get my work done. All right, so I'm gonna try to talk to y'all and eat. I'm not a mukbang person, but I guess there's a time for everything. I don't even know how people talk and eat at the same time. But what I was saying was, I'm gonna talk to y'all later because this ain't gonna work. But my food good.